I'm Annie Monson, and so I've been at the church for probably 5 years now. I came as a Capital Fellow. That was my introduction here. And when we were Capital Fellows, we were placed with student ministries or children's ministries, so that's how I started volunteering with students. And since then, I've stayed volunteering there, and I also volunteer with young adults and with the Capital Fellows program.
My name is Izzy, and I'm a senior in high school, and I have been attending MPC for my entire life. So I was just a baby when I first started attending. I am serving in student ministries as a part of the worship team during breakthroughs.
Yeah, so I continued serving with student ministries. Honestly, because of the girls. We have such a great group in our D group. They're just a really special group and loving and kind, and it was just such a fun, it was so fun to get to know them and do that for 5 more years and watch them start high school, finish high school. So that was really cool, and that's kind of why I stayed. And also I think in any stage of life, it's really easy to just spend time with people in your stage of life. I'm in my 20s. It's really easy for me just to hang out with people in my 20s, but it's so rewarding spiritually, emotionally, relationally to spend time with people younger than you and people older than you. And I think that that's been a really special part of being at this church and serving in student ministries, is that I constantly get to learn from girls younger than me, but also have people to pour into, and I wouldn't trade that.
Yeah, so I think I attribute to me going in the first place to my older brother. I saw the impact that Breakthrough had on him and the missions trips and his youth leaders, and so that kind of got me started, really excited to join in 7th grade. In terms of starting to serve, I have had to take piano lessons ever since I was a little kid, and I've loved to sing, so starting in high school, I thought this would just be a really fun opportunity to kind of merge kind of two worlds in my life and serve the community in front of all my peers.
Yeah, so a favorite memory, this isn't one particular memory, but it's kind of a tradition. On retreats in the fall and spring, often we end up having, I don't know what it's called, an affirmation circle or something, where we kind of go around the circle and every girl has their time, and the whole circle goes around and shares meaningful things about them, things they love about them, things that are special about them. And I think it's just been a really fun and meaningful touch point every year to get to hear from everybody what they all mean to each other and affirm them and how they see the Lord working in their lives and how they see their lives touching others. And it's just I wish we did that more often, but it's just been a really cool, there's a lot of tears and you know, I've cried a lot, so it's a really cool time. But
I was gonna say that. That's definitely my favorite memory. I have the sheets of paper up on my bulletin board, and it's really sweet to look back and read the ways that other people have seen God working in my life that I might have not recognized before. It's just a really sweet tradition. Well, I guess the first thing is it's really nice to have kind of an older mentor, and it's really sweet that they are very busy people, but they are pouring their energy into us. They have helped me through some of the hardest parts of my life, which just means a lot. When there were times that I really needed help, and they were always just there to be there with me. And it's nice to have a group of girls that can be there for me, but it's also even more so meaningful to have someone like an older mentor to be there for me. So.
yeah, I mean, anyone considering serving, I would just say just do it. You know, there's so many ways at our church to get involved. You don't have to be a D group leader, but this is a great way to do that. I think that, I mean, the church is so much more than Sunday. These are our lives, and you know, the people that God has placed around us in our church. And I think that to be connected in the church, you have to be invested, and this is a really beautiful way to be invested. And using your gifts and experiences. I was a camp counselor in college for high schoolers, and so I thought, wow, like, I love high schoolers. This is great. Like, this is a great fit to spend my time. And I would just say it's more rewarding than challenging. It's more, enriching than it is time consuming. Like, just to see someone grow in the Lord over 5 years is beautiful, and you don't really have that many opportunities outside of maybe your family to see that. And so I think this is, I've learned to trust God more through watching him work in other people's lives over the course of time, and that's grown my faith a lot.
Like Andy said, just do it. I was really nervous to join worship team because I had never really performed worshiped in front of a big group, leading. But it was so much fun. You get to know kind of a smaller group of people, and it's low pressure and just so much fun. I've also served with VBS, and that is also a really great time. You kind of build leadership skills, and you get to know some of the younger people in the church that are going to grow up and be in the youth ministry too, and kind of can encourage them there as well.
That's awesome. Well, ladies, thank you guys so much.